This 19-year-old just smiled while a psychopath promised to murder him on live television. But what happened next didn't just destroy the man who called himself the pain server. It started a pattern that would haunt boxing for the next 15 years. Here's the thing about Saul Canelo Alvarez. The world's most dangerous fighters walk into that ring swearing they'll end his career. Elite champions, undefeated legends, certified psychopaths who've never felt real fear. And they all leave the same way. Broken, traumatized. Billy Joe Saunders hasn't fought in 3 years since facing him.
In favor of Billy Joe Saunders. I look at the last couple of rounds, Carl, and you see Canelo landing big shots like he's here.
And look, the right eye of Saunders is swelling up. Canelo rallying his troops here at AT&T Stadium.
And this is what Canelo does to opponents. He breaks down opponents and makes them weary of the shots that are coming their way.
He's like a matador.
Well, that's the power from Canelo. Billy says he's okay, but this is a bad moment for him in this.
James Kirkland got knocked so cold he forgot what planet he was on.
Shots. Like I said, he's always been susceptible in the opening round
Oh,
of his bouts.
and he goes down right on the chin. Just as you said it, he's been...
Caleb Plant tried to sucker punch him and got destroyed twice for it.
And look at the work rate by Al. As you see in the left uppercut by Canelo, the right uppercut. But I think, without a doubt, big left hook. Plant might have gotten hurt. Right uppercut down.
July 18th, 1990, Guadalajara, Mexico. While other kids played video games, Saul Alvarez was learning to hurt people. By 15, local fighters were already afraid to spar with him. Not because he was mean, because he was perfect. His professional debut at 15, opponent knocked out in the 4th round, clean, efficient, no wasted motion, fight after fight, the same pattern. Opponents came in confident, left on stretchers or questioning their life choices. But Mexico had seen prodigies before. What made this red-haired teenager different wasn't just his skill. It was the way he looked at opponents, like he was solving a math problem, like their destruction was inevitable. By 2009, Canelo had fought nearly 30 times without defeat, most ending in knockouts. But he hadn't faced real evil yet. That was about to change. Detroit, 2009, a city where violence was currency and weakness was death. In this wasteland lived a man who made a living breaking other people's spirits. They called him Leonardo Tiner, but that wasn't his real name in the streets. They called him the Pain Server, and he'd earned every letter of that title. 21 wins, 2 losses. But those numbers don't tell the real story. Tiner didn't just beat opponents, he rewired their brains. Look at these men after fighting him. This isn't normal fight damage. This is psychological trauma. His signature move, getting hit flush with power shots and laughing like it was a massage, taunting, mocking, making grown men question reality. Even hardened boxing analysts were disturbed by Tiner's methods. This was pure domination. Then someone made a mistake. They matched this demon with a 19-year-old Mexican kid who'd never faced real evil. The buildup was pure mental terrorism. Tiner had perfected his pre-fight routine over years of breaking opponents before they ever stepped in the ring. This routine had destroyed dozens of fighters. Grown men would show up to fight Tiner already beaten, already afraid, but not Canelo. Then the unthinkable happened. Floyd Mayweather, undefeated, unbeatable Floyd Mayweather, publicly endorsed Tiner. This guy's got that dog in him. That Mexican kid is pretty, but pretty don't win fights when you're facing a killer. The entire boxing world agreed. Experience over youth, psychological warfare over technique. Tiner was going to break this kid. That's what they all said. Fight night. The atmosphere is electric with bloodlust. Everyone came to see the Mexican prodigy get his first lesson in real violence. Tiner enters like a man possessed, wild eyes scanning the crowd, feeding off their energy. Then comes Canelo. No theatrics, no posturing, no emotional displays. He walks to the ring like he's going to his day job. The numbers tell one story. A 19-year-old versus a 34-year-old. 28-0 versus 21-2. But the real difference is in their eyes. The bell rings, and immediately, Tiner explodes forward like a rabid animal released from a cage. This is chaos. Tiner throws everything. Hooks, uppercuts, overhand rights. Not trying to box, trying to overwhelm, intimidate, break the teenager's spirit. This is exactly what everyone expected, the veteran psychopath imposing his will on the inexperienced kid. But Canelo wasn't fazed. 30 seconds in, you can see Tyner's confusion starting to build. His best shots are missing, and his psychological pressure isn't working. Then it happens. Tyner overextends on a wild hook, and Canelo responds with a picture-perfect counter right hand.
Tienen ustedes, vean la diferencia. ¡Qué manera de meter esa mano izquierda en forma de gancho a la zona hepática! Está abriendo.
Un fuerte upper de mano derecha por el medio de la guardia del Canelo. Y hay que estar pendiente, manteniendo el jab y disparando los golpes sin caer.
Que está pendiente de las actuaciones del Canelo Álvarez. Buen gancho izquierdo. Tener la posibilidad de medir a su adversario, de mantenerlo ocupado, disparar golpes como ahora.
For just a moment, the wild look in Tyner's eyes changes. He's felt power before, but not like this. Not this precise. Round 2. Tyner comes out even more aggressive, trying to prove that the first round was a fluke. But Canelo is settling into his rhythm now. The defensive work is still perfect, but now he's adding calculated offense. Here it comes, Tyner's signature move.
El gran poeta de Tepín responde a esta.
You can pinpoint the exact moment Tyner realizes his greatest weapon, psychological intimidation, is useless here. Round 3, round 4, round 5. The story is the same. Tyner throws wild, desperate shots. Canelo responds with surgical precision. The punch stats tell the story. Tyner throwing twice as many shots but landing half as many. Here's the defining moment. Tyner lands a clean right hand, the kind of shot that would stagger most fighters. Canelo takes it and immediately fires back with a three-punch combination.
El gran poeta de Tepín responde a esta llamada fino del finito aquí en Televisa.
Bien plantado, girando, sin desesperarse, seguir con esa mano izquierda, marcándola sin desesperarse. Ha asimilado bien los golpes el Moreno, pero vaya que le está lloviendo.
Ahí está el Canelo tratando de atacar, terminar la pelea, gancho izquierdo, remate con la derecha recta a la cara. El norteamericano responde valiente.
¡Qué manera con una verdadera andanada sobre Tyner! A pesar de que ha dejado de buscar las uñas, empieza poco a poco, doctor Alfonso Morales, a hacer mella.
Round 6, 7, 8. Tyner is becoming more desperate. His psychological tricks aren't working, so he's trying to turn it into a street fight. But every time Tyner tries to make it ugly, Canelo makes it beautiful. By round 9, the roles have completely reversed. Tyner is the one showing desperation. Canelo is the one controlling every exchange. Round 10. Tyner knows he's behind on the scorecards. His only chance is a knockout.
Presenta usted este tipo de peleas. En el boxeo jamás se deja de aprender. Es un hombre que tiene la vocación boxística, que ya terminó la preparatoria y ahora se quiere doctorar.
Las peleas se ganan con inteligencia y la fuerza se aplica para pararse a correr, para acostarse temprano, como está demostrando el Canelo Álvarez.
Y aquí, amables amigos, está incursionando en otro rubro pedagógico. Amables amigos, el inicio de la ruta de un hombre que será inmortal en esta división de los pesos ligeros. Por ahí, un cabezazo, hay que agradecerle.
Round 11 is complete domination, but give Tyner credit, he never quits. His body is being systematically dismantled. His mind games have failed, but he won't quit. The final exchanges sum up the entire fight. Tyner swinging wild, desperate shots. Canelo responding with textbook combinations. The final bell rings. Tyner immediately raises his arms in false victory, a last-ditch psychological ploy. The judges tally their scorecards, and at that point, everyone knew. Canelo won, but it was not just a victory, it was a complete shutout. But here's the moment that defines Canelo's character. He walks over and raises Tyner's hand in respect. Tyner pulls away at first, his pride still refusing to accept what just happened. But then something breaks inside him. The handshake. In that moment, both men understand what just occurred. A changing of the guard, a passing of the torch. Around the boxing world, other fighters took notice. This Mexican teenager had done something unprecedented. He'd broken an unbreakable man. And that's when the pattern began. Tough fighters, psychological warriors, experienced veterans, they all wanted to test this kid who'd tamed Tyner. James Kirkland promised it would get messy. Canelo made it messy all right. For Kirkland, one perfect uppercut, lights out. The Mandingo warrior folded like origami. Billy Joe Saunders predicted he'd knock out Canelo in the 3rd round. "You've not seen nobody with this build," he bragged. Instead, Canelo shattered Saunders' orbital bone with a perfect uppercut. The cocky Brit quit on his stool, shaking his head at his corner. 3 years later, Saunders still hasn't returned to the ring. Another career altered by facing Canelo. Caleb Plant tried to be clever, attempted a sucker punch at a press conference, thinking he could catch Canelo off guard. Canelo's reflexes were faster. Plant ended up on the ground with a cut under his eye, learning lesson 1 about respecting the champion. Plant doubled down on the trash talk, making personal attacks about Canelo's family and heritage. Canelo responded the way he always does, with systematic violence. 10 rounds of clinical dismantling, finished with picture-perfect combinations. 2 knockdowns in the 11th round. Plant tried to get up, but his legs betrayed him. The trash talker was silenced forever.
As you see in the left uppercut by Canelo, the right uppercut. But I think, without a doubt, big left hook. Plant might have gotten hurt. Right uppercut, down goes Plant for the first time in the fight. And that, oh boy, he's hurt.
Amir Khan thought his lightning-fast hands would be too much. Fastest hands in boxing, they called him. One overhand right from Canelo. Khan went down like he'd been struck by lightning. So much for hand speed. The pattern is undeniable. Cocky fighters, psychological warriors, speed demons, power punchers, they all learn the same lesson. But notice what never changes: Canelo's demeanor. No trash talk, no showboating, no disrespect, just professional violence. After every victory, the same thing: respectful to fallen opponents, acknowledging their courage even while proving their inadequacy. But there's one more thing about Canelo you need to know. He's asked you guys to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.